Okay, welcome back. This is video 14 in Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. This now is chapter 3, the beginning of chapter 3.
The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Okay.
I need to
Just got to hold it for 10 seconds.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
What? Have you got tap each time?
I need to concentrate and... A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Okay, so we have a murder in the Roman Baths. Okay, what chapter's called it? This one is called Bloodbath. Okay, so we've done the riddle of the trains, and this one is now Bloodbath, chapter 3.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Okay.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Don't know what that is.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Interesting. I'm just going to talk to Mr. Phillips. What's he gone? What? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Well, let's check you out first. Light wrinkles. Scissor cut, grooms himself, lives alone. Starched collar, fastidious. Shiny buttons. Manchester City. Okay. What was that one? I can see what the last one was.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Very accurate representation.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Very interesting. I'm not going to talk to Watson, as I might as well stick my head in a toilet. Right, let's chase the first person view because it's better. Exitus, oh please. Oh dear. What next? Biggest dickers. Right. Frigidarium.
Frigidarium.
Cold room. Okay. In which case... Ooh, very nice.
Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
So it looks like they were planning on discussing work inside the steam bath. I didn't think of many other reasons to be having something to celebrate having had a steam bath. Okay, what are we missing?
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Okay.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Nothing else there. Towels, ceiling. Okay.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to...
Fine. So we've got 3 sets of clothes. Are we missing a set of clothes? Or are we not? Let's find out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So we're missing somebody's clothes.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Right, let us see what we can see. If there's no murder weapon, then my immediate assumption, probably wrong, is that he was killed with ice. I can see a key shape there, because ice, once it melts, leaves no trace. But I see nowhere that could have provided said ice other than the champagne bucket next door. Right.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Something that looks like a key there. Ah.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay. Okay. Nothing too dissimilar about them. What was that? A grid.
The grid cannot be removed.
So it's a steam exit. Newell and Sons, same specialist, Seattle, Washington. That makes no sense.
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
It makes no sense because we're supposed to be in Victorian London in 1896. Not only was America only just founded, even barely, but it makes no sense that they would be supplying steam to Romans' bathhouse, because oddly enough Romans had steam way before the Americans did.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Yeah. Oh, that was highly illuminating. Can I turn it on again so I can press the T button again? Or did I miss something else?
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Yes, but you'd be amazed what shows up under high steam. Like marks on glass and so forth. Now, all we can do is turn it off. Nothing else though, is there? No. No. Okay. Okay. Some of his glasses. Broken.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Okay, it's a metal lump.
The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Or maybe that's the metal. That's the killer's weapon, but it's melted.
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So he knows more about it than he's letting on.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
He's just a prick.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay. The two of them are hinting that they know more than they're letting on. Constable. Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
It's the same guy from the other station. Mr. Holmes. Right, then. Brazier, item required, yes.
The brazier is still burning.
Something.
The heat here is extreme.
To pick up that.
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Well, how about the ice bucket and the champagne? Okay. Anything on the ceiling? No. No, I'd like an ice bucket. Out, out. Ice bucket. Ah. I wanted to use the ice bucket to get the thing on the brazier. What else do we have? Anything else? Towels? Go up in flames. Shoes. Fauna. Shoes. Seems to be about it in this room. I can talk to this guy. Not you. This guy. About the key. And about the brazier.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
So, when did the bloody champagne come from? And Morning Telegram? We don't know anything about Morning Telegram yet. Bloody key, earth sample, blood sample. Wrong.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
So this is a fail. on the
Did you
game's
leave
part.
the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
Because no one's
You are
told
not
us about
telling the
telling
truth,
them.
Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or her mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Four men sharing a bath and a bottle of champagne turns up. Oh yes, indeed. You could say that. Right, Mr. Holmes. No, no, that's what I'm talking about. Right, how about the Frigarium? Not the Exitus. This one. Well, I'm looking for something to go into the brazier and take out Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Dear friends, I wish to organise a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favourably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of a Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Okay. Blood sample to look at. And we have... Yeah, the blood bath. The ancient Roman bath at Strand Lane is soon to be reopened to the public, but what mysteries and forgotten curses might it conceal? Only one person can discover the truth. Pair of glasses, whose are those? Times? Newspaper. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses a wealth, notoriety and vigour to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has often been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving or authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Times. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman Baths. Excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a saviour arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over the immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all the exciting news as it happens. Okay, table. What do we have here? A document. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be part of something larger. At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what that might be. Anything else? Perforated plate. A very detailed plate, but it could be anything, even if it does have a picture of a bridge on it. we look at anything else here?
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Right. I don't know.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
So that's that.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Yes.
I will need these tongs.
Yes, we need those tongs to remove the piece of metal fragment from the brassiere. Okay, what we're looking at here, a box. Photo negatives. That's one, 1888. One is missing.
A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Which tends to lead...
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Which means that the one that's missing is obviously some statue or other. Right, I guess we're done with the shells then. I've unceremoniously dumped us out. Since we're here, let us see what we can see down here. Okay. Where's the sunlight coming from? Hole in the roof. Oh dear.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Let's just say that bit hadn't been finished yet. A nice mural. Okay. Fallen blocks.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Yeah. Anything else? Not that I'm seeing. Right. Well, for the moment, it doesn't want us to go down there. So let us now go back to the steam room and grab that piece of metal. It's a fountain. Quite nice. Okay.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Yes. Right. I'm guessing that we need to go back to our lab at 221B Baker Street and analyse this metal. And hopefully it won't be that same horrible test with the mixture bottles, which we didn't like in chapter 1. Right. Analyze dirt. Okay. What can we click upon? Not a lot. Ah. So middle mouse wheel sets the focus.
Selenite.
Anything else?
White clay particles.
Anything else?
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Right. There.
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Right, blood analysis.
Let us analyze this blood sample.
Again, mouse wheel.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Okay.
I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Yeah, been hit with ice.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Drop it in the acid. What should we go for first? Silver coin. Go slightly red. Go slightly
The
red.
reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality.
So it could be a load of silver coins, but we shall not know yet. Right. What else do we need to... Why are you on the cushion? Go on, dog. Talk to
On
me.
the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Yeah. Right, should we see if that rather gorgeous and attractive lady is still there? Oh yes, there she is. My darling English Rose. Oh dear. Right. What else do we have? Punching bag. 7. Are archives any use? Right, chemistry.
That is not the one I need.
Okay. Newspapers, 1883. (1884), 1885.
That is not the one I need.
Oh, would have been nice to know about. Give me a Shark Club. 1888. Nope. Seems to be a fair few pieces of information here. Wonder how many chapters there are. Right. So we're on this draft. 1893 is the one we want to look at. The Strand, Bentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation in Soon has taken over 3 years, so Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. The mummy was found with an enucleated eye and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye, he was punished for what he saw, what he was not worthy." What? Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye, he was punished for he saw what he was not worthy." What? I'll read that again because it's not making any sense. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye, he was punished for he saw what he was not worthy." Ow. That doesn't read well. Okay, the mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are common with the Mithraic mysteries.
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Did he say that he was not worthy? I'm sure Dr. Watson just said he was punished for he saw that he was not worthy, in which case that's a typo. Okay. Right. Does that actually help us any?
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
I hate that thing. Oh, it could be useful, but I'm not going to let you use it because then it'd be useful. Pointless thing. Right. Let us go back to the baths. Anything to be deducted? Not yet. Anything
These
more?
baths are becoming sinister.
Guess not. Mr. Strad.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None. But I'm going to hit that anyway.
Please wait. I need to do something first.
We do? What do we need to do first? What do we need to do first?
I can't understand.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
Okay. There's scars. Interesting. All look like they've got scars, yeah.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Okay.
I don't want to stay here. Let us out, please.
Okay, is there anything else we've not covered? Let's just do something about this. I don't know what. And that makes no sense to me. Why an American builder would be building a Roman bath in 1889 or whenever it was.
With the steam on,
London.
I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Good. But is anything revealed to us? Any marks of Vaseline or anything? No? Okay. You looking at me, pal? Okay. Alright. There's something around here. Something... what is it? Ah, that's where the key was, wasn't it? supposedly. Are we missing anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I think it's time to send these gentlemen off with Mr. Lestrade. I don't think there's much more to be uncovered. Okay. I think maybe they might talk to us more when they have had time to get dressed. Right. Covered in here. On the window? No. Anything in there? No. Right, Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
No.
None, Lestrade.
Yes, we need to go down to the yard now and interrogate them. So, the suspects are at Scotland Yard, ready for interrogation. The belongings of the victim and the witnesses are ready to be examined at Scotland Yard. So this now, I think... Yeah, I was going to do that in a second. 1 second. What are you doing?
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Long fingers. Right. It's on the desk and everything. Oh, look at that. If you look very, very closely there, if you look a bit closer, just there in the middle next to the fish, can you see it? Can you see it? You know what it is? That's right. It's the end of the video. This is video 14 ending, which is the start of chapter 3, Bloodbaths of Sherlock Holmes' Crimes and Punishments.